My mother needed some help to accomplish these goals. My Aunt Burl and Uncle Locke were childless and eager to be my godparents for a couple years. When I returned and started third grade, my world literally turned from black to white. From that point on, I was always the most recognized kid in the school. This had its pros and cons, but mostly this worked to my advantage. This raises the question, why was I the only black kid in the student body? This experience didn't start with me. In District 281, this saga started with my older brothers and sisters. They plowed the fields long before I arrived. This solitary experience started with my grandfather, John Samuel Wright, born in Kentucky and affectionately known as Drap. Kentucky was one of 4 states that allowed slavery but did not secede from the Union. My family had been enslaved in Kentucky prior to the Civil War. Drap was the son of Thomas Wright, who after the Civil War was a Buffalo soldier serving in the western states. Thomas Wright served with Teddy Roosevelt at San Juan Hill and in the Philippines during the Spanish-American War. Thomas Wright served for 38 years and is buried at Fort Bayard National Cemetery in New Mexico. Drap's mother died soon after his birth. He lived with his father at Army forts in Kansas, Utah, and New Mexico until age 16, when he was sent home to Stanford, Kentucky. Drap eventually graduated from Epstein Norton University with a teaching degree and married Fannie Hall. This was 1896. Minnesota became a state in 1857 and established its state constitution in 1858. Article 1, Section 2 of the Minnesota Constitution states, no slavery or involuntary servitude will be allowed in the state of Minnesota. This was 7 years before the start of the Civil War. In 1870, Minnesota enacted laws prohibiting discrimination in access to public accommodations and services. This occurred shortly after the end of Reconstruction and the widespread enactment of Jim Crow laws in southern states. My grandfather was an educated man. It is my theory that he knew Minnesota was a progressive state at the time and could possibly provide a better life and opportunity for he and Fannie. The couple moved to Minneapolis in 1896. Drap was unable to find employment as a teacher because of his race. He was able to get a job with the U.S. Postal Service, where he worked for 38 years. Drap and Fannie eventually saved enough money to purchase 40 acres of land off of Rockford Road in western Hennepin County. They established a chicken farm selling chickens and eggs, in addition to Drap's job at the post office, and made a good life for themselves. They were one of the first black farm families in Hennepin County. Drap died in 1954, a year before my birth. The farm was sold to developers to fund my grandmother's retirement. The Wright family kept 3 acres of land with a 2-story red brick farmhouse at 4609 Maryland Avenue North, where we lived. The single-family homes surrounding our house resulted from the sale of my family's farm. My brother John and sister Burl were the first and only black students at Robbinsdale High School prior to their graduation. My brother Boyd was the first black student to attend E.J. Cooper High School. The year we graduated, Cooper was the largest high school in the state of Minnesota. The fact that you elected me your student government president is a testament to your progressive spirits and the values we hold as Minnesotans. I wanted to take these few minutes to thank you for that. I will always be a proud Minnesotan. Thank you.